How's it going, everyone? As you can see, I'm not wearing my Iowa gear today, but it seems like every time I make one of these videos on a game day, Iowa ends up losing. So we're hoping to switch it up a little bit here. Anyways, we're gonna finish part 2 of the costs and everything that goes into purchasing a property. This week we're talking about how to buy an investment property, as if you weren't going to live in it. So to keep these videos a little bit shorter, I'm just gonna jump right into it.
So if you remember from last week, we showed all 3 scenarios on how you could purchase this place with owner-occupant financing. So now we're moving over to investment financing. This is where you're going to have at least 20% down in order to purchase this place, or you're going to be paying with cash. You can obviously put more down if you want to, but we're just going to make this 20% in cash. So the single family home you find is $200,000 again. So you'll see the down payment is 20% minimum, which means your loan amount will be $160,000. These interest rates are a little bit higher than they are with conventional financing. And also your loan term is 20 years rather than 30, which is why your payment will be substantially higher. To give you a comparison, 20% down with investment financing at a 4% interest rate at 20 years, you'll see here 20% down at 2.75% for 30 years, $649 as opposed to $970. So a whole $300 more expensive if you're not going to live in the place. But a larger chunk of this monthly payment will be going towards the principal of the property, and you'll have this property paid off in 20 years instead of 30. But if you're looking at it from a cash flow perspective, you can see why a owner-occupant financing option, even at 20%, is much cheaper than investment financing. These are 3 separate properties, by the way. I don't know if I clarified that in the last video. These all have the same features, 4-bed, 4-bath. So with investment financing, obviously there's going to be tenants living in your property. So we're going to say they pay for utilities on all 3 of these places. So your utility bill is going to be 0. Single family association fee, again, it's not owned by an association, so we're going to keep that at 0. Your home insurance will be a little bit higher because you've got tenants in there, and home insurance companies understand that tenants don't keep properties that they don't own in good condition. So 20% down payment, we're not going to have mortgage insurance. Miscellaneous expenses with investment terms, you could also call this CapEx or capital expenditures. It's just money you're setting aside for repairs. So here we're doing $2,400 annually or $200 per month. So say all 3 of these places have brand new roofs on them. Obviously, you're not going to have to repair that thing for a long time unless some drastic thing like a derecho hits. But you're setting money aside every month for when those big ticket items come up. Say your furnace goes out, say a pipe bursts, sewer line's backed up. Anything that will cost you money, you're just taking a portion of that rental income that you are receiving and setting that aside for future use when you need to repair something. So annually, getting a mortgage on this property will cost you $6,400 or $533 per month. Add up the total mortgage payment per month, and with the total expenses per month, you're looking at about $1,500 per month in total expenses. So this right here, your $1,500, that would be your break-even point. This property would need to rent out for at least $1,500 per month in order to cash flow. But for simplicity purposes, we're going to say it rents out for $2,000 or $500 per bedroom. So you can see here, your monthly cash flow will be $496.67 in this exact scenario if this is an actual house. And all of these terms are the same. This is exactly what you'd pay in property taxes, exactly what you'd pay in home insurance, and you set aside $200 per month, you would get just about $500 per month in rental income. Scenario 2, we're paying cash, so we're not going to have a loan on the property. Still going to have to pay property taxes, still going to have home insurance, and you're still going to set aside $200 per month. So your total expenses will actually stay the same here, but you'll see your only expenses are really what is actually on the property. So your total expenses per month on this property, again, in this exact scenario, would be $533.33. And you would cash flow this puppy for about $1,500 per month. Going down the line here, you'll see because all these are the same exact price and we're going to use the same exact financing on each of these properties, these are all going to be the same, $970, $970, $970. Condo townhome, $1,800 annual or $150 per month. Home insurance, again, it's going to be a little bit lower because it does have that master plan. Most associations have this. So it's already partially insured by the association. And these properties are just typically less risky because they're constantly being maintained. So the insurance company is actually going to give us $900 in this scenario. Miscellaneous expenses, again, same as the owner occupant financing. We're going to drop the miscellaneous expenses a little bit lower on this just because a lot of those fees that are going towards the association are going to cover what your capital expenditures would go towards. So for example, some associations will cover your exterior maintenance, such as your siding, your roof, your lawn care, snow removal, trash pickup. Sometimes they even pay for your utilities. There's actually an association in Ames that charges about $400 per month, but it covers everything that I just said, plus your water and sewer and your cable and internet. But yeah, so you'll see here, we dropped this in half just because you won't need to set as much aside with this. Total expenses, $6,900. Total monthly expenses per month, $575. Total monthly expenses plus your mortgage, $1,545. Cash flow just a little bit less than the single family, but you kind of get the concept. And now with the duplex, same situation. Miscellaneous expenses are going to be a little bit higher because it's actually 2 units. So you might have double gas hookups, 2 washers, 2 dryers, 2 refrigerators, 2 stoves. You get the picture. There's just a little bit more that you're going to need to set aside with the duplex because you have 2 units. So you can see here the total monthly expenses, total monthly plus the mortgage. And here you go.
So there's actually 2 parts to this video, and I quickly realized that as I was editing the video that this thing was going to be really long. So we're actually going to switch it up a little bit again this week. This is going to be 2 parts. The second part to this video I'm going to release tomorrow, and that's really going to dive into how to evaluate an investment property, different calculations and methods, and what each of these scenarios would actually look like years down the road, even to the point when you sell the property, if you decide to do that. So instead of see you next week, I will see you tomorrow. The Hawkeyes did win, by the way, so the switch up did work. Peace.